everybody, welcome to the happiest place on the internet. My name is Julie or Julianne, and I am a travel agent that specializes in all Disney destinations. So it includes Walt Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Cruise Line, Adventures by Disney, as well as Universal. I really enjoy that as well. So today I wanted to talk about the top resorts that I recommend for adult-only vacations at Walt Disney World. So whether you are traveling with a group of adults or a couples only trip, these are resorts that I definitely recommend that you spend your time at. So the first way I would break this down, I figured would be, let's start at value, moderate and deluxe will work our way up. Value is pretty simple. There is one that I recommend, and that is Pop Century. So Pop Century is themed to decades wise, so there's different buildings or groupings of buildings. So you could be in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, or 90s, and each one has a little bit of a touch that's, geared towards that decade. The rooms are renovated, they're newly renovated, so they are nice and updated. There's hardwood, linoleum type fancy, I don't know the exact term for it, but it's not carpet, and that's a huge upgrade that Disney has been doing across the board, and it is a game changer. So I love that. If you are the group of adults, or if you're the couple that doesn't spend time at the resort and you go sun up sundown at the park, Pop Century is your best bet. You are going to win with transportation, you win with price. So if you look at Skyliner, you would be on the Skyliner. The other value resort that's on the Skyliner is Art of Animation. So Art of Animation is going to cost you more for not necessarily a better room. The theming is adorable, but Pop Century's rooms are bigger sometimes, depending on which one you're in. And you may be closer, you probably would be closer to the Skyliner staying at Pop, especially if you request a preferred room, or you pay for the preferred room, and if you pay for a standard room and you request either the 50s or the 70s section, you will also be closer to the Skyliner than opposed to Art of Animation staying in a Little Mermaid room. So the Skyliner will take you to Hollywood Studios and Epcot, and then you will take buses to Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom. It's not the end of the world. Buses are not, the worst thing to experience at Disney, but it can get a little annoying when you're waiting in the sun or waiting at the end of the day for your bus to get back to your resort after a long day. So that's why I really enjoy the Skyliner. The Skyliner is my favorite mode of transportation at Walt Disney World. Hands down, it has surpassed the monorail for me, and I used to be a monorail girly. I still love the monorail, but I just think the Skyliner works 10 times better, and they need to expand it to many other places. So that's the biggest reason for Pop. Pricing and transportation. You're going to pay less than you're paying at Art of Animation, another value resort, but you still get the same transportation perks. And because Art of Animation is literally right across the way, you share the same Skyliner station, you can actually walk to Art of Animation to explore, check out their pool bar, check out their quick service, and just see kind of the differences and change the vibe of your day. So that's also a lot of fun. And then the other park, which will also work with one of the deluxe resorts that I'm going to mention, being on the Skyliner, group of adults, if this is interesting to you, something you might want to do, you can do the Skyliner bar crawl. It's not official, but we did it. You can pick, you go to every resort on the Skyliner, you go to the bar, and you basically get a drink. So it's a lot of fun. Pop Century, Art of Animation, Riviera, you can include the boardwalk sections, boardwalk, beach club, yacht club as well. That's totally up to you. But that's a lot of fun. Great for a group of adults, and you are already at one of the resorts on the Skyliner. So it just makes it super easy. So that's another perk that is a lot of fun. Moving on to moderate. So I have 3 recommendations for this. 2 are kind of similar, and then 1 is a little different. So the first one is Coronado, specifically in the Gran Destino Tower. So this resort is, you're gonna win when you stay in the Gran Destino Tower. So you're gonna pay moderate prices, but you are going to get a deluxe feel, and I cannot recommend this enough. The feeling that you get when you walk into the lobby is deluxe. So if you stay in the tower, all these rooms are interior entrance. It's basically like you walk into a regular resort, regular hotel lobby, and you go up the elevator to your room. That's exactly how this one is set up. but it's just a very, very, very nice feeling. The lobby smells incredible. And then I do want to pull up, so I have the notes on Coronado on my iPad, so just want to make sure that I have everything right. So they have a Three Bridges bar and grill. It's in the center of the resort, so it's named that way because there are specifically 3 bridges that come into it, and it is a really, really pretty resort. It's on the water, it's open, like windows around, so it's gorgeous to spend time in. They have shared plates, sandwiches, salads, things like that. Nothing crazy, but really good. Toledo is at the top of Gran Destino Tower. It is Spanish inspired. It has tapas, steak, and seafood. That one, they all take, those both take reservations, but you may be able to get a walk up depending on the time. I have had Toledo and it was so good. It was hard to pick like what we wanted to try. We tried a bunch of things, but it was really, really good. Then we're gonna go to, so we have the Dahlia Lounge. So actually across the way from Toledo is the Dahlia Lounge. And this is, you know, premium wine, signature cocktails. It's all the way up at the top again. So the views are incredible. You can see so far. You can see parts of Disney, parts of outside of, like it's a beautiful, beautiful view. And then downstairs in the lobby, if you are, you know, if you don't want to use the coffee that's in the room, Barcelona Lounge is available down there, and that is a espresso pastry to go coffee kind of counter that you can go to, and it's really, really fancy and really nice. And they do have quick service, so Maya Grill is their quick service. They have a Cafe Rick's, and they have Siestas Cantina. So at the pool bar, you can also get snacks and drinks as well. But the Gran Destino Tower takes the cake when it comes to, you know, the options and the food and the rooms themselves. So also something I like to mention about Coronado Springs is it is a convention center resort. So there is a convention center attached nearby, close by, you know. So this is another huge reason that there aren't going to be a ton of kids running around screaming. You're going to have more of the adult feel, and the rooms feel like convention center rooms. They're a lot bigger. You can get a standard view or water view in the tower, and your windows are huge. It is, you don't have a balcony. Keep that in mind if that's something that's important to you, but it's beautiful, it's clean, it's modern. We really enjoyed it, and I hope to stay there again in the future. My second one for moderate is Disney's Port Orleans French Quarter Resort specifically. So this one is same as Coronado, actually. I do want to mention they both transportation-wise are buses to every park, but French Quarter wins that you can take a boat to Disney Springs, and you can also walk to Disney's Port Orleans Riverside, which is its sister resort. So you can try out different restaurants, you can try out different quick service, you can try out different bars. You can't use the pool because you're not officially a resort guest at Riverside, but you can change the vibe. There's horse-drawn carriage rides there. It's a beautiful resort to walk. It's very large and very kind of like, you know, New Orleans, the Bayou themed. You can walk through. But over at French Quarter, it's always Mardi Gras, so it is always time for a party. This resort is compact. There are no internal buses. There are 2 bus stops, if you will. They're right out the front of the lobby, and it's just 2 bus stops because one is Magic Kingdom and Epcot, let's just say, and the other one is Animal Kingdom and Hollywood Studios. So they're right next to each other. You're not walking from this part of the resort to this part of the resort. It is all right there. Food courts connected. There is the famous Mickey beignets. This is the only place you can get them. If that's something that's interesting to you or something you want to try, definitely recommend. I would almost recommend people to stay at this resort just because of the Mickey beignets. They are top level, next level. Oh my gosh, they're so good. And then the merchandise store is also right up front. So the theming, like I said, is always Mardi Gras. The pool is amazing. There's a great pool bar. The water slide's a lot of fun. And the theming is all like cobblestone streets. There's gas oil lamps. Are they real gas? You know, it's Disney. But the look of them is beautiful, and the buildings themselves are they're designed like Southern houses, Southern mansions. There's wrought iron, and there's little path, like our room specifically, like this was our door, let's just say, and we had a pathway specifically to our door with iron fencing up it. It just happened, you know, you just get the luck of the draw, but I felt like we were walking into a house, which was so fun every night or every day coming back to the resort. So highly recommend if you don't want to walk a ton. This is also a great resort for that. And then they have Scat Cats Club is where the beignets are, and then they have Scat Cats Club, which is the lounge. So they have a bar service, they have live music at times that'll just play, you know, New Orleans jazz music, and they have cocktails and stuff like that. So a lot of fun happens at this resort. And then my final moderate recommendation is different in the way that transportation. So if transportation and convenience is something that's really important to you, then I definitely recommend Caribbean Beach. This resort is huge, but it is the hub for the Skyliner, so you get to go straight to Epcot or straight to Hollywood Studios. So if you stay at Pop Century, you have to transfer at Caribbean Beach. It'll take you to Caribbean Beach. You have to get off there and then transfer to either the Epcot or the Hollywood Studios line. So keep that in mind as well. It does cut out that extra transportation time. And so that's the biggest difference. The theming is very fun. It's very, Dominican Republic. You're going into the Caribbean, the music, it's very relaxing. There's a lot of secluded areas at this resort to walk and kind of sit in the sand or sit under a gazebo, a shaded area. It's really nice for that. And then there's the pool bar. It might be my favorite pool bar on property. It is a lot of fun. It's really big. And it's kind of in the center of the resort. So if you're walking from the Skyliner to your room, you might just stop by because it's on the way or it's close enough. Stop by, get a drink. They have a lounge that's kind of connected to that where you can order some snacks as well. And then next to that, they have Sebastian's Bistro, which is their sit-down restaurant. You do need reservations for this one. It is family style. The food is incredible, and for the price that you pay for this family style in comparison to some of the family style in the parks, it's a bargain. And the food, like I said, is incredible. Another perk of staying at Caribbean Beach is you can walk over to Riviera and take advantage of everything that resort offers, minus the pool. So their lounges, their bars, their quick service, coffee, just walking around the resort, even their transportation, you can take advantage of. So sometimes at night, if the Riviera bus is getting to Magic Kingdom to pick people up before Caribbean Beach, get on Riviera and walk to Caribbean Beach if you're able to. It might save you a lot of time. So those are my moderates. For deluxe, I have I have 4 total for deluxe. Now deluxe, I think majority will work for adults only. Deluxe is a very nice resort. They do a lot at these resorts when it comes to the feeling, the vibe, the service kind of changes, the drink options, the cocktails, the wines, the lounges, all of the stuff that you kind of expect. It all changes when you get to deluxe. So the first one I am going to, because I kind of started talking about it already, is the Riviera Resort. So this resort is also on the Skyliner. You can take the Riviera Resort Skyliner directly to Epcot, or you can take it back to Caribbean Beach and jump on the Hollywood Studios line. You can also walk to Caribbean Beach and take it there as well. So you don't have to take the Skyliner to Caribbean Beach. They have, so it's very Mediterranean themed, like French Riviera, Italian, beautiful. The music is so nice. It's just relaxing to walk around. The grass is down to the grass is beautiful. Like there's yard games in the grass, whether it's a large Connect 4 or chess pieces, all things like that. And then they have they have one big restaurant at the top. It's Topolino's Terrace, and they do character breakfast, and then they have a delicious dinner, fancy dinner, but it's so good. And you can walk out at the top of the Riviera and see, again, all of Disney. The views are incredible. It's so pretty. So I definitely recommend checking out Topolino's, even if you're not staying at Riviera, making a reservation at Topolino's. Bar Riva is their lounge, which is their lounge but pool bar. It's open air. It's really, really nice. Primo Piatto is their quick service, so you can grab and go. You can grab, just something for quick for breakfast if you're running to the park or dinner. And then Le Petit Cafe is their like coffee, cafe, morning, any time of day shop that you can go to and grab some stuff from. So the rooms at this resort are newer. So this is the newest Disney resort that has opened. So the rooms are, really nice. They're really updated. They're pretty large. So yeah, I love, love, love Riviera. My next one is Wilderness Lodge. So this one, transportation wise, you take a boat to Magic Kingdom and then you take a bus to the other parks. But what's really nice about Wilderness Lodge is you are really secluded. You feel like you're in the wilderness, like trees and forest all around, and it's very secluded. It's very quiet typically in the lobby. It's just very serene and peaceful. It's great at Christmas if you're planning a trip between November, December. The tree at Wilderness Lodge is like sitting in the center of the lobby is beautiful. So they have a few places as well. So they have a lounge, the Territory Lounge. They have Roaring Fork, which is their quick service. They have Geyser Point Bar and Grill, which is right near, it's right near the waterfront. So it's a really, really nice view, good breeze, and great food. Whispering Canyon Cafe. If you are a group of adults or a couple that want to have fun, I recommend going to this restaurant with a group. I do think it's more fun than going with just two, but it is a lot of fun. They kind of pick on you, and if you go ask for ketchup, wink wink, there might be a little bit of a trick or trickery that they might play on you, but it's a lot of fun. And then they do have a character dining. If that's something that's still interesting to you as an adult, there's nothing wrong with that. They have storybook dining at Artist Point. So that is Snow White, the Evil Queen, Grumpy, and Dopey, the dwarves, will be there as well. So something to consider. The restaurant itself is beautiful and the food is phenomenal. So again, something to consider if that is something that's interesting to you. My next one is Disney's Yacht Club. So this is, it actually is right next to the beach club. It's in the Boardwalk, Crescent Lake area. So you can walk to Epcot, you can walk to Hollywood Studios. This is my favorite area to stay at Walt Disney World. I like the convenience of walking to two parks. I feel like you can't beat that anywhere. Walking past everybody on the Skyliner or waiting for the Skyliner at the end of a night at Epcot, the line gets so long and it moves fast. Like you really don't wait that long, but it just looks so long and you get to walk by and you're gonna be picking up your pizza at the Boardwalk window within 10 minutes and back at your room to put on Mickey cartoons or whatever. It's phenomenal. But Yacht Club specifically, because it shares a pool with Beach Club, but I do think Beach Club gears more towards family and children just based off of the theming. The Yacht Club is way more like somebody who's going to go on a yacht. The fancier couples or just couples that are spending more time at the resort than the parks sometimes. I find them at Yacht Club, and there's obviously nothing wrong with that. The Yacht Club is beautiful. There's so much there to enjoy. The pool, the restaurant, so they have an Ale and Compass restaurant, which again is really fairly priced if you are interested in trying it out. It's not overly priced, it's fair priced. I really, really enjoyed it. They have a lounge, they have quick service, and then you can walk to Beach Club, you can walk to Boardwalk, you can walk to the Swan and Dolphin and make reservations for those resorts as well. And they all have, some of them have character dining, some of them have sit down, fine dining, all different. So lots of options. You would take a bus to Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom, but you're going to take a bus to one or two parks regardless of where you stay at the minimum. But I love the feeling of this of the Crescent Lake, and I just think it's really, really great for adults who want to go enjoy a drink at Epcot and like go back to their pool and hang out, or go back to the room and just chill. And it's just so close. It's so nice. My last one for adults or couples only is Grand Floridian. This resort, let me start off, is expensive. They're all expensive. Deluxe is expensive, but you will feel why it is, as you know, you'll feel, okay, this is why it is the way that it is. So Grand Floridian's lobby itself is unspeakable. It's beautiful in comparison. It's Victorian themed. The grounds are beautiful. Interior entrances, you might travel to another building, but you still are walking into a lobby and then walking down a hallway to get to your room. They have a bunch of different options when it comes to food and drinks. So Citricos is one of my favorite restaurants at Walt Disney World. It's in, most is in the main lobby tower area building. So you'll go to the top, and Citricos is right there. It's a sit-down restaurant. It is very lightly themed Mary Poppins, and it is, but you honestly, if you don't know it's Mary Poppins, you can't tell that it's Mary Poppins, but the food is phenomenal. I rave about it every time, and we go every time. Narcoossee's is the restaurant that is kind of jetted out of the resort. It's on the water. I have not actually eaten here. When we were there last time, I wanted to get a reservation, but they were closed for refurbishment, so that is still on my list. But it is very heavy in the seafood department, so if that's not something that you typically will eat, I wouldn't recommend. If you're looking for a nicer, more casual but still nice restaurant, Grand Floridian Cafe is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I've done brunch there a couple times and I've loved it every single time. It is very bright not very bright in a bad way, but the lighting is beautiful. You have windows all around you, so it's just a really nice feeling restaurant. They do have quick service. They have pool bars. They have, normally they have 1900 Park Fare, which is character dining, but it's not currently open. So keep that in mind. They do have Victoria and Albert's, which is the most expensive restaurant on Disney property. It's hundreds of dollars, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars per person. It's like a 20-course meal, something crazy. But they require you to wear suits. They require dresses, anything like that. I have not eaten there. I don't necessarily know if I ever will. I don't know if I could get myself or anybody to spend that amount of money on, but clearly people spend it, so it must be good. And then they do have a lounge, which is upstairs, and it's called the Enchanted Rose. That is newly renovated as well after Beauty and the Beast. It's so beautiful inside. If you do go there, there's a bunch of drinks, but I really, and I can't remember the specific name of it. There's a lavender Le Fleur martini drink, and it is so, so good. So I recommend that. And then also their truffle fries. Best truffle fries I have ever had across Disney, across, not non-Disney as well. They have been the best in my opinion. So transportation at Grand Floridian, monorail for Magic Kingdom and Epcot, and then buses for Animal Kingdom and Hollywood Studios. Every resort takes a bus to Animal Kingdom. I don't think that will ever change, just based off of where Animal Kingdom is and kind of obviously the theming. There's animals all around, so it's kind of hard to get any other transportation to that theme park, which I am personally okay with. I don't mind taking the bus. And also what's nice about Grand Floridian is if you don't want to wait for the monorail, or you kind of just don't feel like riding anything, you do have a walking path directly to Magic Kingdom as well. So you can walk, maybe you take the monorail there and you walk coming back, or vice versa. And they also have a boat specifically for Grand Floridian, so you can get on that and just kind of ride across Seven Seas Lagoon, and yeah, enjoy it that way. So those are my top resorts for, like I said, either Disney, adults only Disney trip, or couples only Disney trip. There are so many options. If none of these are on your list, you know, if these don't interest you, we can find something that's specifically for you and your family and what your significant or your group, what you're looking for. But this is a lot of fun. I really enjoy spending time at the resorts, so I like learning and trying different things. So if you are interested in, you know, shameless plug here, if you're interested in talking about a Disney vacation, there's a link down below. Feel free to check out my page, fill out my travel quote form, and we can, you know, set up a consultation call, or email, or whatever works for you. We'll, you know, get something set up so we can find something that works best for you. But thank you so much for stopping by. I really, really appreciate it. If you loved this video, liked this video, please like it, share it, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss any of the upcoming informational videos that I plan on doing. Thanks so much. Bye.